Hi, this is Tariq here from stockoptionexpert.com. Wanted to cover all the indexes in this long weekend ahead. Nice action for the indexes. This is a trend line. It has developed here around 182 was my level. This is where I believed if it held bull and call buyers would jump in, and then here on last Thursday you would think everything is crashing, but again you had some sort of candle like here too. This is so important how you read candles. For sure I agree on this one. This was an indecision candle doji here on Thursday, and then it found this trend support. Also this becomes a horizontal double bottom here. You cannot just short it because CNBC is short and other markets are breaking. You have to look at overall pictures, even not looking at the options volume, just looking at the overall charts and pattern, and you have to look all these trend lines. This is why we focus on trending and everything. They work as resistance or support here. It became a support here, and then here nice big bounce for SPX and SPY, and it moved nicely ahead of the long weekend. 182 was my level. This is where I closed all my puts. I know there are many of you who think some of my alerts, of course they go to our members first. Here this is one of look at this premium alert. This alert went to our members. Look at on Thursday 11th 239. Be cautious here. I'm locking in most put setups. It means I'm locking all my profits. What does it tell? It means I'm locking my profits, and immediately right before the OPEC news came in, people started to hit names in oil related one. COP is one of them, where we see higher volume than the open interest, and this is when we alerted our folks. And SPY 182 I mentioned earlier was my level. And what happened to SPY? If you shorted here, you got crushed. This was to cancel you. Yeah, till the last candle for sure you could not see this coming. Nobody could, but I see on stock tweets and Twitter everyone is shorting. You got burned. I mean, on the weekly options there was not much volume for downside here, and then they make you fool, and then huge bounce. The put buyers got crushed. So nice move here for the call buyers. My 182 support held this thing. It's almost like a $4 bounce for my 182 holding. 182 was my support level, and look at COP. This is where we saw COP. Look what happened to COP Friday. It seemed like this one too. Look at the chart. This is why you cannot see the full picture in chart. Had you been following chart, it gave you a signal that it broke this horizontal support here. It did. You think this would go down, but it gapped up, and if you are short in oil related name, you got crashed. These call buyers worked out with nice weekly money. This was a weekly call, and then nailed this trade with all other name. I want to cover all oil related thing. While still it has a big resistance here, my level, another massive resistance 485, 515 massive resistance. Also this will turn out 472. It's a resistance. You must know what this is, a downtrend. This thing, you cannot be just long because you think oil has value. This thing is still USO. They have similar pattern. I would consider it a small double bottom. If we hold 8, I'm telling you, if market does not crash or something, we may come up to 950, but we must need to get above this area. Above 885, 9, people will start to betting for 10. Below this level, this is how this all game works. Below this 880, 890, people will be betting for downside. But there is a bullish pattern developing, a double bottom to pay attention, but it must get above 890, then it could maybe come up to test 990 and 9 big level here, another resistance. So play according to your game plans. Do not lose money. Another big move, calls block we have flagged was Microsoft. Massive move here. Even again, remember I use moving averages. If you use, let's say, 20-day moving average, it seems like 20-day moving average is broken down. There is a bull flag that broke down. So if you are looking it from a perspective of a chart reader, you would think this bull flag was breaking down here, Also below moving average 20. But the game was set by the big boys. This is why when big options players, they take big positions, they will kill you even if you are only following chart. Look what happened to Microsoft. This is my public post on 11th, before the move. I see a bouncing, lots of calls volume at a March. Whenever adds a big huge volume like 20,000 calls, you want to belong with these people. Remember, even you think that on Friday I came and claimed a SPY bullish sign here. You see, we are one of the one. We are very short term, but you can see the tag for me was bullish, bullish, bullish. This was from Thursday. And then remember, I was highlighting from my premium post. It has in my public post 182 was my level from Thursday, 182, and SPY closed at 186. And this massive move, again, another big mover. Jamie Dimons, he took a $25 million position on this. These two, if you look at any of the bank thing, it seems like everything was crashing. This is like it broke support, and anyone would be a short until you saw the news after hour, you saw, and it got above 55, and then it just went out. Although this whole block, it did not come together. I saw it bit afternoon, in afternoon, after hour, when I did the scan for the total volume accumulation. I started to see JP Morgan calls, but not in a huge volume. The volume came in few thousands of blocks, but the big one I came after hours. Sometimes it's hard to see all the big blocks together, but because they go in small blocks so that they don't get attention of SEC. This is how it works. I mean, these people, they don't want to get caught and then pay the price. And all those JP Morgan calls, I believe they were up 150% to 300%. Those are weekly calls. Imagine how much money they have made. For all these 7,000 calls, went up to 200-300%, multi-thousand to millions of dollars. This was in my public post after hour. This was before Microsoft. You think JP Morgan, our premium members, they got it before the close, and this one had to our members, I believe, before that. Look at here, XOP. This is another oil related name, had 4,000 call block. XOP bounced. CBS, I was JP Morgan, and Microsoft. You see here, Microsoft holding some calls flow here, 26,000 calls. 26,000, although I believe in the public one, there was, I said it was Microsoft, yeah, I think I believe that was 26,000 calls. That is why big flow means big money. This is why we highlighted it. I like Microsoft holding, and some calls was called most active 20. This is what you want to be low. JP Morgan tomorrow expiration, that was for the members. JP Morgan is still watching. I was watching in the last moment as JP Morgan was watching. Sometimes this can be very tricky. Death's calls has gone at 22 cents, and I believe you can check this. They just exploded. I personally, I was not in the trade. It was on my watch list. Then I lost focus. I was in Microsoft only, the 26,000 calls block. This is how you got to act on this thing. Aapl, you have to see Aapl. There is a downtrend here. It needs to be broken. Oh my, I have so much thing. There is a downtrend here. You see this downtrend, I did not even draw it before. If you follow me on one of my this was there for last 2 weeks ago. I think I drew it 2 years ago. Look at what, every time it comes, it fails here. This is what trend does, trend application does. You see, although it doesn't come from this charting platform, I get it from another one. So this is what makes a big difference. Although this support holding, horizontal support, this can be the all bottom. Seems like it is holding, but it has to get above this 96 level for the big move, or to 96.50 to attract some buyers. Below, forget it. Above this 96.50, it can push higher. Below, it can chop, and with the overall market, it is going to move here. So also, I'm watching Facebook. Facebook, I thought it was going to move it as it opened. I thought it was going to, with the market strength, it was going to come and test 105. But as long as it holds these levels, 102, 104, 102, to 104, it can obviously go and test 105. So watching it next few days, there is a uptrend holding here, right here. This is an uptrend. You see, it's holding. So it will attract. This is holding. It will attract buyers. This downtrend was broken. It comes from another software I use. So this is massive. It got toasted here. I see one of the options guy was highlighting 175 calls got bought in 2018. If you followed him, for sure your calls are under the water. This thing has fallen more than $15 here, so he crushed you. Probably it could happen that 175 calls got sold. These people, lots of faceless people posting anything, hundreds of alerts, and after hour they will highlight all the winners. You will see nothing. They 30, 40, all those losers, and there is I mean, no accountability. This is why we keep our folks focused, and we nail lots of trades every day. Thank you, and enjoy your long weekend.